On this week's show, Aidan Duffy reports from the Kirby Music Festival, Ciana Montero brings us an update from the upcoming spring dance concert, Alex Small interviews actor and diversity activist Mohammad Bilal, and Toby Ilogu brings us along the second Form Mountain Day. Lawrenceville's 10-minute newscast begins right now. From the studios inside the Lawrenceville School's historic Pop Hall, this is L10 with Ghael Fobes. Hello and welcome to this week's show. We start off with some breaking news. On Thursday, the fourth form voted on the finalists for next year's student body vice presidents of academics, honor, and social life. The finalists are as follows: for VP of Academics, Angel Muhammad, Matt Stein, and Panos Vanders. For Vice President of Social Life, Patrick Taylor and Gabby Thomas. For Vice President of Honor and Discipline, the fourth form is voting through a runoff election via an online ballot. The names for the potential finalists are as follows: Shahin Donji, Teddy Friedman, Pravika Joshi, Henry Mockridge, and Michael Zhao. Science Master Mary Calvert has won the 2016 American Chemical Society Division of Chemical Education Middle Atlantic Region Award for Excellence in High School Teaching. The award, which is given annually, aims to recognize, encourage, and stimulate high school teachers. On Monday, the Circle and Crescent Houses competed in the Amazing Race. Organized by the Student Council, the event consisted of an all-school race in which houses attempted to compete in a series of challenges as quickly as possible. Kirby House won the event, with Stevens and Dickinson coming in second and third, respectively. Today, following school meeting, 553 students and faculty began this year's game of Splash. An annual tradition, the event pits Laurentians against one another in an all-school, multi-day game of water tag. The proceeds from the $5 entry fees go to school camp, and the winner will receive $100. On Saturday evening, students gathered outside the bathhouse for the Kirby Music Festival. Our sports correspondent Aidan Duffy brings us that report.
Thanks, Ghael. I'm here at the 4th Annual Kirby Music Festival at the Bathhouse. There are 23 performers lined up for tonight. All the house vendors are here, and the atmosphere is great. Let's check it out. Take this sinking boat and point it home. We still got time. I'm here with Melissa. Melissa is one of the head coordinators of the Kirby Music Festival this year. So Melissa, what is your favorite part of planning such a big event?
I'm one of the head coordinators this year, and I think that one of my favorite parts about planning the Kirby Music Festival is getting to see the performances and getting to be out here with everyone. Like, there's a ton of people, and it's really great. We have a bunch of clubs selling stuff, so it's, I get to get involved with other parts of the community, not just performers, and I really like to see people like in the music building practicing, after hours and hours just to get their performance done for everyone out here. It took a lot to get everything organized, but after we went through it and everyone's out here right now, so I guess that kind of, came all together. Whoa, dark world aches for a splash in the sun. Whoa, if I could find a way to see this string, I'd run away to some fortune that I should have found by now. So I'm running to the things they say can restore me, restore life the way it should be. I'm waiting for this casserole to come down. From the Kirby Music Festival, I'm Aidan Duffy. Back to you, Ghael.
Thank you, Aidan. Now we go to the Kirby Arts Center, where our senior arts correspondent, Ciana Montero, had a chance to catch up with students preparing to perform in the spring dance concert this weekend.
I'm here with Derek Wilder, Lawrenceville's Chair of Performing Arts and Director of Dance. Tell us a little bit about this year's spring dance concert.
So this year's performance consists of a conglomeration of various dances. From the very first time choreographers to the experienced choreographers, you're going to see things like Indian traditional dance, hip hop, modern ballet. So it's a wonderful mix of different genres of dance.
Can you tell us a little bit about the theme for this year's show and kind of the inspiration behind it?
This year, Encore, the Dance Council chose Life is Not a Dress Rehearsal. And it sort of speaks to true testament about, you have to be in the moment. celebration of life and live life to its fullest. And you'll see that theme ringing throughout, like I said, with our first-time choreographers to choreographers who have been here. And this is their fourth time on stage. And to see that growth and them taking that opportunity. And so that's where the theme sort of came from this year.
I'm here with Crystal and Rainuka, two of SDC's choreographers this year. Can you tell us a little bit about your piece?
Okay, so our dance is a bachata, so it's a Latin dance, and it's 4 couples, and it's kind of like you start like with a certain person, so it's a set of 4 couples, and then things don't end up working out, so then you end up switching like your couples, and then that like second partner ends up being like your soulmate, so it's kind of like finding your like true love. And then the name of our dance is Mi Verdadero, so it's like my one true love. So
Are there any specific performances that we should be looking out for, or highlights that you want to touch on?
That's a difficult question, and the answer is I look forward to seeing the student pieces, and I've already sort of touched on this, and part of it being seeing how choreographers have grown over time. You're going to see a piece where 2 sisters are dancing, and what's interesting about it is one is a freshman and one is a 5th former, and so you've got this sort of bookend going in and out. You have another sister team that's choreographing together for the first time as well. Then you have friends who are, this is their last hurrah, so it's really hard to pinpoint one particular dance that is a standout. They all have a very special place in my heart because I get to watch them from start to finish and see how these dances go from here to the stage, and it's a wonderful thing to be a part of.
Thank you, Ciana. SDC will have showings open to the entire school community on both Friday and Saturday night. Now we go to our sports correspondent, Toby Ilogu, who hiked with the 2nd form on Mountain Day.
Thanks, Ghael. I'm here with the class of 2019 at the summit of the mountain that we just scaled this morning. So I'm going to try to get a few interviews with a couple of students and a faculty member just to get a feel of Mountain Day. So Kate, during your ascent of the mountain, what do you think was your favorite part?
I really love the bonding experiences I had with my humanities. We played games like the destination game and 20 questions, and I also got to help lead the group up the mountain, so that was a difficult but fun experience.
I'm here with Miss McMillan, the coordinator of this year's Mountain Day. So Miss McMillan, how long has Mountain Day been a part of Lawrenceville tradition?
So this is the 4th year of Mountain Day and my 2nd year coordinating Mountain Day. So we're trying to start a tradition, and I think this means that everyone that is here at Lawrenceville has done this.
All right, so Terrence, do you have any previous hiking experience?
Not really. Like, I'm from Philly. I'm from the city. So, well, yeah, no. And I was pretty excited when I found out we were coming here. It turned out to be a great experience.
All right, so I hope you two enjoy the descent down the mountain. Back to you, Ghael.
Thank you, Toby. Finally, we go to our news correspondent, Alex Small, who had a chance to interview Mohammad Bilal, a visiting speaker for Lawrenceville's Stand Against Racism Week.
You lived in D.C., which I'm sure was an interesting experience. It's a very diverse city. Was there any issue or anything you saw as a child or growing up regarding race that kind of you saw and were interested in, or thought to yourself, that's something I want to fix or something I want to get involved in?
So DC, when I was a kid, was called Chocolate City, right? Because there were so many black folks there. And I would say the thing I saw in DC that my family reinforced was the fact that you could be whoever you want. And so DC was one of the few metropolitan areas in the nation that had, black lawyers, black doctors, black folks living in abject poverty and everything in between. Like, it was a stratified black community. And so as a very young child, I saw that, there were no limits for who I could be as a black person. Whereas I think in certain communities, if you're of African descent and unemployment's high, there are not a lot of opportunities, you sort of assume, well, there's certain aspirations that are just too high to reach. And so you kind of give up early as a kid because you're like, I could never do that, and I don't have any models for it. Whereas DC provided me with lots of models for sort of African Americans who were professionals and had great lives, and I said, I could do that. So I would say that was the contribution in DC for me.
Thank you, Alex. That is our show for Thursday, April 28th, 2016. From all of us here at L10, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you right back here next week. Good night.